We are live. Soup here, Slide, watching. What are we in, round 7 of the 2025 F1 season at Imola? I can't say what it's actually called. It's called like the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix or something like that. But I'm just going to call it Imola because that's
the first race in Europe of the year.
This European season has begun. So, administrative crap first. We won't be doing live streams until the Spanish Grand Prix, just because of scheduling issues. Mostly my fault, not Slide's fault. And we might not even be doing a video for Monaco because I will be at the Indy 500. So we might have to skip that one. But it's not much of a race, anyways, in my opinion. It's more of like a glamour thing at this point, I think. So I will be using. I'm just gonna throw my F1 team. My fantasy strategy out the door right now so everybody can hear it. I'll be using the be able to change your driver lineup after qualifying for Monaco. I think it's the only track that you should use that token. Yeah. So I'll be doing that. If you want to keep up with me, you should do it as well. But all right, big news between now and the last time we did a stream. Jack Doohan's out of the seat at Alpine. Franco Colapinto has taken over for a 5 race. He only has 5 races to be able to prove what he can do.
I'll tell you what they just interviewed Briatore or whatever his name is. I can't think of it. Flavio, yeah. And he said they asked him how long Franco would be in the car, and he says, I don't know, 3 or 5 races. We're still deciding. So that might have been some misinformation either in this one or previously.
Okay, interesting. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then additionally,
he might just be stroking out and not remember though. So
I know he looked very old and very fragile. So in addition, the reason that they were interviewing Flavio instead of Ollie Oaks is because Ollie Oaks resigned as team principal for Alpine for personal reasons, is what was officially the official word that was given out. There is a lot. You want to talk about? Go ahead, tell what. I mean,
so Ollie Oaks is the main owner of. I'm going to get it wrong.
High
Tech Racing in F2, and I think they have F3 cars.
I think so, yeah.
But he previously owned it with Mazepan, the elder Mazepan of the Russian oligarchy, and when the war in Ukraine started, obviously a lot of censures and all that type of stuff started happening. So it basically was gifted the team to him. And his I think it's his younger brother, or I don't know if it's younger or older.
It's younger.
Younger brother was the team principal for High Tech Racing, and he was arrested between these 2 races with a ton of cash on him for apparently money laundering or something of that nature in the UK. And when Ollie Oaks quit, he immediately traveled to Dubai and has been there since his departure, which is a little weird. So there's a lot going on there.
It's definitely sus. We'll say that much, So, I mean, it definitely sounds like there's some sort of scandal brewing, underneath the surface here. And that's why he had to leave his post at Alpine. So in the meantime, Flavio Briatore is taking over the team principal role and looking for a new team principal, which he just offered to Lawrence Barretto on the F1 live feed here. I think Lawrence Barretto was considering it, to be honest with you. So
I would if I was him.
Yeah.
Although that's a weird team to be involved with.
I don't. Yeah. Well, that's actually true. I don't know that I would want to work. I think like Flavio being team principal is kind of like having Trump or Biden be president of the United States. Like the guy is ancient, you know what I mean? Like we don't let grandpa drive after he turns, 75.
Yeah.
Why are we letting them be in charge of things? So
ancient and a criminal. So
yeah. And that may be age discrimination, but deal with it. So okay, so that's all the news. It's interesting that I think the other component that I actually did hear F1 coverage for, and I mean F1 like from the F1 network themselves. They normally don't talk about like the financial side of the racing, like this guy got a seat because he has this much money. But they did actually mention it was talked about a lot more on Sky Sports F1, but they did actually mention that Franco Colapinto comes with a pile of Argentinian cash and commercial deals for getting a seat in F1. So
Well, and so you said there wasn't a whole lot of other news, but there's definitely a rumor mill going right now about
sure,
Red Bull.
go ahead.
With the fact that, and I feel like there's no real truth to this, but that Christian Horner, this may be his last race if they don't do well. So there's a lot of weirdness going on with that. Apparently, he had a falling out with one of the the guy that's the current chairperson of Red Bull, the son of the founder, I believe. So that could
Dietrich
be,
Mateschitz, I believe, was the name of the founder.
yeah,
So I could
yeah.
be wrong.
So that could be interesting. I'm curious to see what happens there. And obviously, as soon as they start talking about Horner leaving, they start talking about Aston Martin and him going there, since everybody else from Red Bull has ended up at Aston Martin.
Yeah,
So could be
that'd
very
be interesting.
interesting.
I think Papa Stroll would pay quite a bit to have Christian Horner as the team
Yeah,
principal
but
there.
if you were Christian Horner, I mean, you have Alonso, but then you
Yeah,
have like,
Lance
what do you do?
Stroll. Yeah,
What do you do there?
you got to convince Papa Stroll to get rid of him. I mean, that's the only thing you can
Yeah,
do. But I don't think that's going to happen.
nope.
Switching over to our typical feed here, so you can see AI radio transcriptions up above on slide's head there. You can see the track map. To the side of me here, you can see live timing. That's not live timing. That should be race control messages, and it'll start. It should start here in a minute. I'll reload it if it doesn't. And then you can see the live timing table with, you know, tire selection and everything, lap times, microsectors to the diagonal direction of me. I can never figure out. I need like to mark things about which way I should point on my walls here, so I know, because I never get the pointing right. But we are about to start the qualifying event. Like I said, we won't be doing a Grand Prix video tomorrow, unfortunately, for Imola, and we won't be doing one for Monaco either. So this is this is the last you're going to hear from us until we get to the Spanish Grand Prix. So
June,
predictions slide. Let's go. We'll do this and Monaco.
So are we saying what predict just poll or
Yeah,
1, 2, 3?
let's do poll. Let's do 1, 2, 3 for the race, and then just thoughts and predictions on Monaco. Like, who do you think is going to win that race?
On Monaco too. Okay, hold.
Yeah. We gotta go here.
I was gonna say for pole of this race, I don't think it's possible to bet against the McLaren at this point.
I think you're right there.
I think the Iceman Piastri is gonna get pole in this. However, I'll tell you that we always like to count Verstappen out. I think there's a possibility of him putting together a lap that is just ridiculous and getting pole. So,
what about Ferraris? Ferraris are in Italy.
No,
you don't think they're coming back?
No,
I
think they're going to be. I think they're down the list at this point. I think Williams is going to be faster than them again.
So I'm gonna go with a crazy prediction. And not because I really think it's gonna happen, but I want to go with the crazy prediction. I love a feel good story. I'm gonna go with Antonelli getting pole.
Oh, I think Antonelli podiums in this race.
Do you really? Okay, that's interesting.
I do think that was going to be my, like, if I had a crazy prediction.
Sure,
that's the crazy prediction.
So you going with podium? Or are you going Piastri, Norris, Antonelli? That's your podium.
I think, yeah. We'll see if that. It doesn't sound good in reality, but that's what I would go with at this point, just for funsies on the Antonelli one.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't think the Ferraris are going to do anything in this. It's going to be bad, actually.
So last year, Norris had a great race at Imola when the McLaren was still not up to speed with the Red Bull. He really extracted the most out of that car and almost caught Max Verstappen, like was so close to catching him. So I actually think, here's my prediction for this weekend. I think Norris is going to bring the fight back to Piastri starting this weekend. I think Piastri has been dominant, and I think Norris is getting ready to make his comeback here. So I'm going to go with Norris. I'm going to go with Antonelli for pole, but I'm going to go with Norris for the win, and I'm going to go Norris, Piastri, Antonelli, 1, 2, 3. Because I like a feel-good story. So those are my predictions. Going to Monaco, I think Piastri will win Monaco, and I think he'll get pole position and go pole to pole and just win the race.
I was gonna say that's Monaco. So, and I do think you're right.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And I don't even know who 2-3 is going to be. I think whatever they qualify in, that's what the race is going to be.
Order.
That's how they're going to finish. So I
agree.
I don't have that much predictions. I don't really care that much about Monaco. I'll be honest with you. It's a boring race. Let's be honest. It's a boring race.
Well, do you think the 2-stop is going to change it?
No, I don't think anything will change.
2-stop.
Yeah, I don't think anything will change. I think it's a spectacle at this point. It's a historical spectacle. It's it's the equivalent of just being like, we're gonna have an F1 parade. You know what I mean? Like, we're just gonna have a parade, and that's what it is. It's everybody wants to go. It's glamorous and everything, but let's be honest. I mean, it's historical, and that's probably the only part that I respect is the historical component of it. But the rest of it, it's just a spectacle. That's all it is. It's, there are so many better tracks. There's so many better races on the F1 schedule. If I had to pick one that I was going to miss, and gosh, I feel like F1 fans are going to tear me up on, especially Instagram. That's where they like to tear me up the most. But if I had to skip a race for the year, Monaco would be the one that I would skip to watch. So we're in good shape here. We have good timing with the Indy 500.
And Monaco?
Yeah.
It happens to be that they're scheduled
together.
They're
always scheduled together. They're always Memorial Day weekend. So, so it may be like a tradition here that we just skip the Monaco Grand Prix on Soup and Slide, watch Formula One. So in case you haven't watched with us before, this is not exactly like, I don't expect you to be watching us after the race is over or after the qualifying event is over. This is a watch along. Definitely a watch along. If you haven't watched, obviously, you're not going to be watching it live because you'd be watching it right now. And we're not live streaming today because we got some more scheduling issues. But if, you haven't seen qualifying yet, turn us on, get us synced up. We're at 14:18 right now in qualifying on the timer of Q1. Watching Hamilton right now set the best second sector out there. And get us synced up and just watch along with us. That's really the purpose of this. It's kind of I don't know if a lot of people do this. Do a lot of people do this, like a watch along video?
A few. Yeah. I think there's a couple, like the big podcasts out there do it.
Most people are doing like analysis before and after, So what were you gonna say?
So I was curious, we talked about it for a minute that Jack Doohan isn't in the car and Colapinto is.
Yeah.
So he switched to a new car back in F1.
Yeah.
Where does he end up in this qualifying, do you think?
I don't know. I don't think he does as well. I honestly think,
I'm just saying Q1, Q2, Q3. Where does he end up?
I think he's out Q1. I'll be honest with you. It would be cool if he impressed me and wasn't out Q1. But honestly, I think Colapinto was, when he got this call up to Williams to replace Logan Sargent last year, it was a surprise. Nobody had Franco Colapinto on their list of people that were going to get that seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he was under a very different set of circumstances where he knew, like, this is my chance. This is,
God.
I got to, did somebody already go off? Who went off?
Yuki. That car is messed up.
Well, I'm not synced up with you, but I did see, I swear I saw a car off on the side. And they didn't show. Yeah, Yuki. It's red flag. We're red flag.
It's red flag.
Dang it. That was going to be the thing that I didn't want to happen today, was a red flag, because...
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it would be.
So Red Bull continue their slide. It's actually, it's gone to yellow. Oh.
No, it's red.
Yeah.
It's definitely red. He is done.
Yuki Tsunoda is out. Session has stopped. Gosh darn it. That's not what we need today. Yuki, can't you keep... I mean, we're glad he's okay. He's all right. But Yuki needs to understand that I have things to do today. I have to leave directly after this. And so him messing up his car is not only upsetting for the mechanics at Red Bull, not only upsetting for Red Bull's continual slide down the order here, but also my schedule is now completely foobarred because of Yuki Tsunoda.
Well, about to see what happened. Okay, that's a problem. Oh, he flipped the car.
Did he
Holy
really?
crap!
I got to see this. I'm watching him get out of the car
Oh
right now.
God! Holy Nikes! Wow.
I'm glad he's okay though. I mean, I
Yeah, no,
never
that
want to
was
see
way
anybody
worse than
get
I
hurt.
thought.
And he's walking and he's good.
Wow.
Why don't you pause for a minute and
Because I'm watching his car flip over
I'm
right
seeing
now.
I know, but I'm seeing the replay right now. Oh man, he just takes too much curb there, and yeah, he
Yep.
totally did flip.
Wow.
Too much curb, lost the back end, and then yeah, thank God he's okay. I mean, that is a dangerous crash, you know. He's all locked up going in, then
Yeah.
he just flips up over. We got a good view of the floor. Honestly,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I mean, honestly, like F1 nerds are going to be watching this video for a while. Like the tech nerds, like you want to see they don't show the bottoms of the cars very often. That's kind of a hidden thing, right? Well, I'm glad he's okay. It looks like the doctors are coming out to take a look at him. I'm going to, so we're red flagged right now at 12:13. I'm going to look through, you'll be able to see me doing this. I'm going to look through let's look at P3 classification. We want to see how FP3 went. So Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Verstappen, Antonelli in fourth for
Was he in fourth?
FP3. Yeah. Their lap times look like 1:14.897. That car is jacked up. Yuki's car is bad. Let's see if there's any other important documents that we should be looking at.
So, in a different, well, it's still racing. F2 news. They did the sprint for F2.
Oh, did they? I didn't even see it. That and
Guess
I
who won?
normally Jack Crawford.
He did.
Yes, that's awesome. So interesting story. Our mother is in Italy right now, and apparently she met Jack Crawford's aunt, and we were all chatting on a group chat, and she asked if we knew who Jack Crawford was, and of course, as American F1 fans, if you don't know who Jack Crawford is, that's kind of sad if you're an American F1 fan, because as he is my driver pick to go into F1 and to maybe show that Americans can actually drive. I like Jack Crawford. I like to see him win, and I want him to be on Team Cadillac. I want them to pick a veteran. I want to see like Bottas and Crawford, or Perez and Crawford.
You're going to see Perez and Crawford, yeah. I would love to see Bottas, but yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. It probably will be Perez and Crawford. Well, I honestly, I think it's going to be Perez and Bottas. I think that's what they're really going to do.
That would be smart.
I think for a new team, you need the experience, but wouldn't it be awesome if they picked a veteran and a rookie? I think that would be cool. And you know, it's not, I don't think anyone would criticize them for going with that strategy, but I think that they probably will go with the rookie, with the two veterans. So
yeah.
I'm trying to see. There's a couple things about new power units. There's a couple drivers that have new power units for this competition. It looks like Haas put one in. It looks like Franco Colapinto has one. But I don't see. Normally, there's some stuff about upgrades. I thought some cars got upgrades, and I don't see any of the upgrades. I kind of like looking at these race director notes sometimes. You can see a lot of interesting stuff on here.
Aston Martin brought a bunch of upgrades, apparently.
Did they?
This is the first race that they brought upgrades. So hopefully their wheelie bin will go a little bit faster than it has in the past.
Where is... I don't see any. I thought they had to submit documents.
1 second. Oh, that car is going to take a minute to get
So jacked up,
fixed.
yeah. Yeah, it's... I mean, they'll get him in the Grand Prix, but he's last. So,
Yep. Yeah, it's a pit start for sure.
yeah, you might be right. Like, he might not even start on the grid with as much as they'll have to replace.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, guys, let's go. Let's get these cars off the track. Let's get back out there. I got things to do today. Yeah, they already got it off. Okay. Restart.
I think I'm gonna watch the sprint after this, the F2 sprint. At least
Man,
the highlights.
yeah, I like what I normally I don't watch full F2 races. I normally just watch the highlights, but it's important to keep up with it. I mean, Jack Crawford is one that I like to watch in there. The British guy from Williams, is it Browning? Yeah, I kind of like watching him. I'm kind of a fan of him. Who else in F2? Trying to think the rest of them. Let me pull up F2.
I like the guy that's Irish on Roden. It's either Dunn or Dunny.
Yeah,
I don't know how to
so
pronounce his name.
yeah, Browning. What team is he on? Do you know?
Roden.
Roden. Oh yeah, Dunn. Yeah, I think that's Dunn. I don't know.
And
yeah,
then
he is
Bogdanovic.
Irish. He looks Irish. They have hard names to pronounce. Like, we don't hear people pronounce these very often.
Yep. All right, let's go. Green flag. Track clear. Let's do this.
So Luke Browning is actually a high tech.
Yeah,
we were just talking about high tech. That's interesting. I know Crawford's. I think actually, there was a racer that I didn't know was American. And I can't remember. And I'm not like, I just want to see an American driver. I'll be honest with you. I just want to see a good American driver.
Like Logan Sargent. So on Trident, Max Esterson is American.
Is he?
Yep.
Trident. I'm looking through this right now.
I'm saying I'm just
yeah. See, I know there's ones that sneak up on me. Let's see.
Oh God, that crashes a lot.
So Esterson is a sim racer, formerly a sim racer. I mean, who isn't that's racing now? You know what I mean?
I think those are your only two.
Well, in F2, there's a couple in F3 too. So Esterson and Crawford in F2, that's who we're going to be cheering for. I kind of like Pepe Marti too, or whatever they call him. He's pretty cool. He's a Red Bull driver with Campos. Let's see, F3.
On Prema Racing, there is Ugo.
Yeah.
Ugo Chukwu.
And that's American. He's American, right?
He's American, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Wouldn't have guessed
Trident. That. Nobody on Trident. Nobody on Art Grand Prix.
I think there's one more. I feel like there's one more American driver in F3.
Nobody on Campos. Let's look at High Tech. Nobody on High Tech.
Lucas Oil Doms should have an American driver. You would think.
Nobody on MP.
This is American teams, but nope.
No VAR.
C-Ho.
Roden. Nope.
No, maybe it's it. Maybe that guy whose name we can't pronounce is the only American in F3 right now.
No. Brad Benavides.
Oh, yeah, Benavides. American.
Is on AIX.
Yeah, I like it. Okay.
And then Lucas is the last one on here. Nobody on here. Christian Ho, though.
Yeah, Christian Ho. That's a fun name.
What's up, Ho?
Yep.
So
Lawson reacting to the Sonoda crash.
Yeah. Tell me when Ruth is chatting with you.
Okay.
When she's having a chat, I'll hit play because I'm way ahead of you, I think.
You are?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, I really glad that Yuki Tsunoda's okay there. I joke a lot about my schedule and everything, but that was a pretty violent accident.
Yeah, I didn't realize
Ruth is standing in front of Red Bull, and now I have the full shot. They panned. What's that called? I don't know. I should know this because I shoot videos all the time, but it was like a hand down shot, and she's right in front. I got 2-3 Red Bull mechanics walking behind her right now. At least they look like mechanics. Red Bull does have a long night ahead of them. That's what she's saying. I mean, that's a lot of soft drinks that just went behind her too. Like a lot of soft drinks.
They need those.
Nobody should be
They
drinking
need a lot
them.
of Red Bulls.
They, yeah,
They need
those
soft
Red
drinks.
Bull. They need something. They're going to be up all night fixing that car. But Claddy's all right.
For sure.
Obviously, this is a fatal track. So it's an F1 trivia. So we know there's two drivers that have died at Imola, and there may be more actually. But I feel like his name's Ratzenberger. He was German, I believe. And he died the day before Senna, which is, man, I can't believe. I was watching there's a video on Prime right now called One, and it's about, Formula One, and so far it's about the changes in the safety from Formula One, whereas there was I think there was a season, I think it was 1968, I could be wrong, where a driver died every month in Formula One. So we're at the point now where somebody can flip a car into a barrier and just get out and be like, that was a high-speed crash. Like, what? Like, the technology is amazing, Like, Yuki Tsunoda flipped his car, went into the barrier, and then was just like, okay, I wrecked the car. I got to get out. That's a big deal. So
interesting comment too, because you said you're going to go see the India 500.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a interview with Piastri, and they said, hey, Fernando Alonso went and did IndyCar. Do you have any interest in just trying an IndyCar? And Oscar's comment was, not really. He's like, they go 20 miles per hour faster. Their walls are closer. He's like, crashes hurt in F1. He's like, I think they would be absolutely brutal in IndyCar. And he's like, I have no desire to do that at all because of that. Because the potential for crashing and how much more you could be injured potentially in an IndyCar with higher speeds and the walls being right there.
Yeah.
Because they don't do runoffs really in Indy, do they? It's like legit concrete walls.
Yeah. Verstappen said the same thing. I've seen Verstappen say the same thing. We're starting back now. They're all lined up at the light.
Say, who are you talking about? You mean Franz?
Oh, Franz Herrmann. Sorry. Yes. Franz Herrmann. Yeah. He has said the same thing.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, Verstappen was doing some kind of like GT3 test at the Nürburgring. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name. The Nürburgring, and he put a fake name on the, what do you call it, like a roster? I don't know what they call it, but he put a fake name on there so press and everybody wouldn't know that it was him that was doing the test, and it was Franz Herrmann. His car was awesome, by the way. Did you see his car? It was awesome.
Yeah, he set lap records too.
I'm sure he did. Yeah, sure he did.
In that, it was like 3 laps in, he set the lap record for that type of car, or I don't think it's for the whole Nürburgring ever, but
yeah, probably not. But yeah, that's cool. So another, you were talking about difference between IndyCar and Formula One, other than the stupid advertising and the broadcast being terrible for IndyCar, which I've made fun of on this podcast very recently. And honestly, IndyCar is actually not as bad as NASCAR. I should say that NASCAR is the worst. Like I can't, to the point where I can't even get into it. IndyCar, I can watch a race and somewhat enjoy it. And we got Will Buxton doing IndyCar now, so it's kind of fun to hear him. But I personally liked him better in Formula One, just because I like Formula One better. But here's a key difference. So Indy cars actually don't have power steering. I don't know if you knew that. So Formula One cars have power steering. Indy cars do not. So not only do you it's more exhausting, and I think the races are longer. Like F1 races are pretty quick compared to other race series.
Yeah, they do a lot of laps.
Sure do. But then there's also, they have like this. It's like a push to pass system. Or I forget what they call it.
It's their DRS, or is it more like the battery system?
Yeah, no, the system provides driver with a temporary boost of power by increasing the turbo boost pressure. So it's just increasing the amount of air going into the engine is really all it is. Yep. So So that's their DRS. Interesting. One of the things we need to start diving into, especially when we have red flags during qualifying, is the regulation changes in 2026 and what that's going to do. So DRS is a thing of the past, but I don't really understand what they're putting.
You know what it's called though, right?
Oh, is it called MOM or something like that?
Yeah, manufacturing operations management. It's MOM.
MOM.
So
yeah.
So they're going to be saying that, Hamilton has MOM.
Hamilton, now your mom.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's going to be some weird acronyms going on.
And is there batteries? I mean, this is a stupid question. People are probably going to be like, what an idiot. But is there batteries in 2026? Are they going to still have the hybrid power where they can, redirect engine power?
They will. I think it's the same, but I don't know exactly. But yeah, I don't think anybody knows exactly what MOM is yet, realistically, until somebody actually until they test it. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the cars operate, right? Because it's going to matter.
My wife would love to be on the podcast here. She would love to play a part in this podcast.
Just because we're talking about moms?
Because we're talking about moms, yeah. Moms. She's now, see, what happens is if she comes down here and she starts to stare at me, if I discreetly talk to her, then I have to participate in whatever she wants me to participate in. But if I say, come on in, then she's like, "Ooh, I gotta leave, I'm out. Because she's a star on the YouTube channel. She actually has a video that used to be my best video, but it's not anymore. So
I came down to tell you that I'm spending more money on my Scotland trip to go to a castle and a Scottish dinner. So
a Scottish dinner? You gonna have haggis?
She's gonna have haggis. She wants haggis. That's fine. I don't know. Yeah.
You're gonna have a tatty scone.
A tatty scone, Tim says. I don't know what these things are. That's like a jacket potato. Man, but by the way, I thought our jacket potato short was hilarious and it did terrible. What is a jacket potato? Do you know what a jacket potato is? No, it's a British thing, a jacket potato. It's quite simply a baked potato. That's all it is. They call it a jacket potato. Yeah. Why do you think they call it a jacket potato? I said because the skin was on it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, she's on board. By the way, Albin's in P1, which is interesting. Signs. Oh, no, Signs is in P1. My live timing is off.
On a lap. Yeah. Well, he just did that.
My live timing is off.
I don't know, man. I think they should just end it right now. Just let Williams have 1-2.
Well, Gasly's in P1, actually. Yeah.
Oh, I'm behind you then.
I don't know what's going on. My live timing won't sync up.
Let me resync my stuff. Gasly.
Yeah, I've got Gasly in P1, but that's not the way it is. I'm 7:36. But you know what? My timers are lined up, so I don't know what's going on. Something's jacked up.
I was gonna say I'm at 7:12 in qualifying.
Oh, you're 15 seconds ahead of me. I'm at 7:25. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Did somebody?
You know who's top now?
Antonelli. I'm gonna guess Antonelli.
No, it began with an A though.
Alonso? Does Alonso?
Yeah.
Really?
He's top right now.
He sure is. Yeah, but it's 7 minutes left in Q1. So
no, I know, but it's honestly you haven't seen Aston Martin's at the top of the timing tower in a while.
True. That's true. But we've also we've got Verstappen, Norris, and Piastri and Russell have not set a lap. So,
well, there you go. Verstappen just set his lap on mine.
Yeah, you're way ahead of me, but
am I?
All right. Yeah, I don't. Who cares? You can't seem to get this timing right. Your internet just seems to be better.
Tell me when you're at 6:19. I'm watching Hamilton.
Verstappen goes first with 1:15, 1:75.
Yeah, half a second ahead of Alonso. So that's
the pace.
Yeah.
That we know they can do. Well, they were setting 1:14s in practice, so 19 right now. Yep. Hamilton going around the final turn.
Piastri and Norris are on their laps too. So and Piastri's gonna go 1. He has to.
He's doing well. So is Norris though. They're both doing really well. They got good laps. Here they come. Oh no, he goes P5. Norris goes P5. And then let's see what
where-
Piastri does.
Yeah, I don't think my stuff's synced up.
Yeah, mine is messed up too. I don't know why. Because the timers are the same, but for some reason things aren't
I
syncing
tried
up right
resyncing
today.
it. Yeah.
Piastri goes P2. Well, he's
Yeah.
0.3 off of Verstappen, so we'll see what happens.
Verstappen, man, I told you when we were talking, it's like he has the ability to put in
Yeah.
one lap that is amazing.
Yeah, he certainly
More
does.
the highest potential of anybody out there to do that.
He is a genius.
And then
A
Gasly
racing-
too. Like Gasly always can put in a good lap.
Yeah.
Even with his crud car.
If Hulkenberg was in a good car, I think Hulkenberg would be a qualifying
That's fair.
master.
I think oh man. The 4 cars that are in the dropout zone are probably the 4 I'd pick right now.
To drop out. Well, you get a gimme with Tsunoda. So
that's what I'm saying. The 4 cars. The 4 cars that are sitting there.
Yeah.
I mean, if Kick gets out of this qualifying, it'll be amazing.
Yeah. We agree with that.
But Haas's have been bad this
not all season, like they had
I'm saying in qualifying. Oh, Lando's
I don't think he was completely off there, but he definitely lost time.
I was going to say
that's where he lost time.
Whoa, yeah,
Yeah.
Imola is so narrow.
It is. Well, they also had to go around Alonso or Stroll there. Because let's see what Leclerc can do. It confuses me when, like some of the drivers' names, like there's different ways to pronounce them. Like apparently Leclerc does not, he can either be Charles Leclerc or he can be Charles Leclerc. And he said he doesn't care how it's pronounced. He's like, whatever.
It is what it is.
Whatever you want to say is fine with me. That's confusing. And then I'm glad Doohan is gone because I don't know if we call him Doohan or Doohan. Like, do you just slur it together? I have no idea. Hajar is the other one that I'm like, is it Isaac Hajar? Is it Isaac Hadger? I don't know. They're tough names. Like, just get what's an easy one? Russell.
Hamilton.
George
Stroll.
Russell. Lewis Hamilton. Very easy names for us to pronounce.
Yuki Tsunoda, easy.
If you're British, he's Yuki Tsunoda. If you're not British, he's Yuki Tsunoda. And if you're Japanese, he's Yuki Tsunoda des.
There's a lot of Tifosi here.
Yeah.
And they're in 9th and 11th.
Yeah. Sorry, Italy. Those Heinekens look tasty that they were drinking in the stands there.
Whoa!
Oh, got a little Kick Sauber pulling right in front of Antonelli in the fast lane there. Call it out, Antonelli. By the way, there's also, speaking of, there's a lot of, we got a movie coming out, Formula One movie coming out with Mr. Pitt here at the end of June. There's also a Netflix special called The Seat, which is all about Antonelli taking over Lewis Hamilton's seat. It's 40 minutes. It's worth a watch. Did you watch it already? Yeah, it's a little over dramatized. Like they kind of get a little too dramatic for me at the end, and I was like, "Oh, okay, guys, let's just do a sports documentary. Let's not get crazy."
Do they have Will Buxton giving commentary? That's weird.
No. Will Buxton was not in it. But
okay,
yeah, the ending was just a little too artsy fartsy for me. But a good, interesting story. And I'm slowly becoming a very big Antonelli fan. I really want to see this kid just destroy.
When I just said, the Tifosi are going to be disappointed. Yeah. If Antonelli does well, they're all going to be happy.
They'll be all right. Yeah, they're probably cheering for Ferrari first, but all of them are secretly like, let's hope Antonelli does well, And I've thought about that. Like, Antonelli's not leaving Mercedes anytime soon. There's no way. No. But if Antonelli, if Ferrari puts together a good car and Antonelli goes and drives for Ferrari, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
The fan base will be crazy.
Oh my, there will be. You won't have a more rabid fan base in the world than Antonelli fans.
Yep. Whoa, man, the curbs at this place are crazy.
Yeah, tough. They're tough. They were talking a lot in FP1 2. I didn't watch FP3, but in FP1 and 2 about, bottoming out. So
Not just bottoming
I
out.
can't
It was
remember.
like
Did anybody get disqualified last year for plankware? I don't think they did. Not in this race.
I don't know the answer to that, but I can look.
Oh,
Oh, he's off.
yeah. Who was that? Hulkenberg.
Hulkenberg.
So apparently
Only
this was Jack Crawford's grandmother, not aunt,
oh,
that we were talking about earlier.
Alex Albon was the only person that had a DNF last year, and no, there were no disqualifications. So
Mom needs to get us a Jack Crawford jersey or something. You know, if she knows his grand. Come on, guys! I don't have time for this. Franco Colapinto crashes. So, I never finished my thought on Franco Colapinto. He's okay. Before I like to always make sure they're all right before I talk crap about him. So
Man.
Colapinto, he was in a completely different circumstance with Williams. So I personally thought he wasn't going to do well today. I really didn't think he was going to. He's going to do well, and he's definitely going to be out. And we weren't even paying attention to.
No, we should have been.
I know, but Verstappen leaves, exits Q1. We got Colapinto. Is he in? He's actually in.
No. Oh, he is.
Yeah, he is. So he missed he's out of the drop zone. So he proved me wrong. He made it to Q2, but that's as far as he's going.
Lawson got knocked out, which is disappointing.
Yeah, Bortoleto, Lawson, Hulkenberg, Ocon, then Tsunoda, of course. So luckily, both of our Williams made it through, and then Behrman, a pleasant surprise at P10, made it through. So
Behrman made it through
surprise.
before the red flag. By the way, it was good. He just finished his lap. Otherwise, he was in the drop zone.
Good.
And that means that he knocked Bortoleto out.
Let's get this cleaned up. Let's get this going. I was like, man, I just need a qualifying session without any red flags, and that is far from what we've got today. So we've got 2 red flags in Q1 already. Come on, guys.
But once again, the Ferraris 11th and 13th is not. I think they're out in the next qualifying round. Like Q2, they're done.
They do continue to fall.
Well, except for they have a 1-spot bonus because Colapinto. I feel like that it's like if somebody wrecks.
Hold on. Here comes Colapinto's wreck. Yep. Where he's at? He's at turn 1 here. Going into 2, takes too much curve, dips the wheel into the grass, and that's what caused him to lose control. Yeah, it dips it into it dips his. You can see his rear dips in, and that causes the back end to come spinning
and everything.
Yeah. Put those wheels in the grass, and they are going to spin way too much. They just completely lose traction. God dang! Again, watching these wrecks are just unbelievable, and that car is completely jacked up as well. 2 cars just completely destroyed.
Well, at least this time it's just the front end. But Yuki's is
jacked. So car 27, Hulkenberg got a time deleted. Does that have any? He's out anyways. It doesn't matter.
He was in the drop zone.
Start of Q2 will be delayed. Gosh darn it!
I don't think it's going to be delayed that much, though.
Yeah, I mean, that thing's off. They're going to get the crane out there, get it out of there, and we'll be rolling.
Oh, so Lawson moved up. Wait, what did they do? Bortoleto made it.
Did Bortoleto make? Did something change?
Yeah, it did. So Behrman. They took Behrman out. Behrman's 19th now.
Oh yeah. Let's see what happens. I think Behrman's going to go back because.
See, it kind of sucks because I think Colapinto.
Did you see that? It just said no further investigation. Perez and somebody else.
What?
Yeah, it just said Perez wasn't going to be investigated for impeding. Yeah, we know that. We know he's not getting investigated.
That's without a doubt, isn't?
All right, let's see what Hulkenberg does here.
This is when he goes into the dirt. Yeah, he went off.
Yeah, That's what he got his lap time deleted for. But the
For sure.
question really is, did Oliver Berman
Complete his lap before the red flag.
Yeah, that's what we need to know. That's what we really need.
But so here, curious question. Colapinto can't go to Q2. Should he be in the drop zone? Should they make him be
I know. I don't think so. If
15th?
if he set a time that puts him at 15th, he's or in 14th.
Well, 14th.
He's at 14th.
For now, but he's going to be 15th, is what I'm saying. Like, I guess it's the difference between 15th and 16th, is what we're saying.
Who cares?
But I would like to
That's
see
what
the
I would
cars
say.
on the track, is what I'm really saying. Like, if you can't if you can't compete in the next round, should you not
If he
go
doesn't,
forward?
if he doesn't set a lap in the next, no, he'll just be last. But yes, he's gonna go forward because he set the lap time. You know,
I get it. I'm saying I feel like if you set a lap time and then can't compete in the next qualifying,
you should be knocked down.
you should be you should be knocked down. Like, because
so he's
let
basically
Lawson go set a lap.
he's taking a spot that isn't even going to compete. Is what you're saying? Yeah, I get it.
Exactly. But I don't know. I mean, that could go either way, right? But I would love to see 15 cars on the track in the next thing, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
We haven't got to hear any fun Ferrari messages.
Yeah, so they're mentioning right now that the Aston Martin are actually setting some quick times
on mediums.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know why they're doing that. There must be some. They must know something about their car. So. Oh, is that rain? That is rain. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the radar. Yeah, it looks like, oh, they're just popping up. They're actually popping up to, they're kind of staying stationary, which is weird. But they're actually popping up to the, it looks like the weather moves from west to east there, or northwest to southeast. And it's all on the other side of Imola already, on the weather away side. So unless something just randomly pops up, which could happen, I don't think they'll be seeing any rain. They're just looking at it distance. Are we getting started? When are we starting? Oh, they're saying Ollie didn't make it.
Where's the red flag?
It's green, green, green.
Green, green.
He's saying that they're red
right
when he goes over.
Rude.
Oh, that's upsetting. I wanted Behrman to make it through. So Franco Colapinto knocks Oliver Behrman out is what really...
Yeah.
With his, even though he didn't do a faster lap than him, he just red flagged him. That's all he did. That's green right there. I can see green, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's the red at the right there.
Yeah. He's got the checkered flag. That goes red there.
Because you are last.
Yeah, you didn't make it, Ollie. The red flagged you. Colapinto knocked you out. 16:46, so 4 minutes. They're stewing. walking around. Esteban and Duan being nice to each other. Esteban Ocon's growing on me. I didn't really like him at first, but I think he's cool. I like old Esteban.
Old Ratatouille.
Yep.
Whoa, that's an interesting way to watch racing.
No, thank you. No, thank you. That looks dangerous. Don't they know how many people have died at Imola? They shouldn't be doing things like that.
Oh yeah, it is dangerous.
So for since we can't show the broadcast, obviously, they have a crane that basically is hoisting a huge table up into the air, and there's
bar.
people like a bar. It is a bar. You're right. That's what it is. I don't know why I didn't put that together, but it's a bar up in the air so they can watch the race. Actually, kind of cool idea to watch a race, right? Like that actually would be a very good vantage point to see a race. Like it, I'd like to see that at Austin. I want to go to Austin. I think that's my race of choice. So.
Well, we need to schedule that then.
I know, but I'm going on so many vacations this summer. Maybe some of my YouTube fans will donate. Donate. It's in the link. The link's in the description. Links in the description. Just donate. I know, right? They're like, yeah, donate to the guy that's going on too many vacations. You know? Yeah.
I got too much vacations.
Got too many vacations, and so he can't afford one more. Let's donate to him. Let's send him a tip. Nobody's ever tipped me on my YouTube channel, by the way. Nobody. I've never got tipped.
Not even one.
Not even one tip. There's a link in every single video to tip me. I've never got a tip. I've never got a iRacing referral. I've had one person use my affiliate link to buy something through Apex Sim Racing. But surprisingly, I've had plenty of clicks on my YouTube or my Amazon affiliate links. I actually have lots of clicks on those because they're interested in the equipment that I'm using. So,
for the record, for fantasy, I have Alonso on my team this year. This weekend.
Guess who else has Alonso on his team?
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. So let's talk about. We can talk about it now because we're not sharing any information and we have nothing else to talk about. So I'm going to talk about I actually I took a 20-point penalty to change my teams up. So on my team now, I have. Let's talk about what's important on my team. I have Oscar Piastri with the 2X chip because I was like, we're doing this, and I was running. I had the theory like, hey, let's just put strong constructors in. That's all I need to do, you know. So I was running McLaren Mercedes for a long time, and it was going well. But the guys that were running Piastri with the 2X chip they're catching up to me in all the leagues that I'm in, and so I was like, I have to do it. Like he's obviously going to have a dominant season. I've got to do it. So I have Hajar, Piastri, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Alonso. And then my constructors are Williams, McLaren. You probably have the exact same thing.
So say it one more time. Oscar,
Hajar, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Alonso, Williams, McLaren.
No, I have Piastri, Albon, Alonso, Gasly, Hajar, and I have Racing Bulls and McLaren right now.
No, I'll do better than you. I think Williams is going to do better than the Racing Bulls. So.
Yeah, I was trying to make it work, but I was like, do I want a driver like Albon, or do I want Williams as a team?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think the McLaren Williams is going to finish strong. You know, the end of the year. I think Mercedes is obviously going to do better, but you can't afford Piastri, McLaren, and Mercedes. That doesn't work. So
I still don't get. Lando is $6.4 million.
He's too expensive,
more than Piastri.
Yeah, he's too expensive. I know. I thought about putting him in because I do think Lando is going to bring the fight to Piastri before the end of this year, but
not at that price in here.
Right. Yeah, Piastri's the budget buy for sure, and he's still expensive. But
what, 1.8 million more than George Russell? Granted, Russell's podiumed 4 times.
Yeah,
5 times.
He's put some points on the board. Gosh darn it! I don't think I'm going to be able to finish qualifying. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it. So because I have to leave at 11:15. So, and these stupid red flags have really messed things up.
I guess okay. I didn't really notice this, but Lando still has the most points in fantasy, though.
Does he? It's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at it. He has 30,
It's probably because
30
of
more points.
overtaking. You know, like Lando's
Yeah,
starting from the back and passes everybody. You know,
yeah.
are
This says
they?
track
Oliver
clear.
Behrman, by the way, has not got out of his car. He is not.
No,
He's still in his car.
it's like I'm going to argue about this.
Yeah, I think they are going to argue, but
You need to send this guy with the Vader tattoos on his arms to
was that
talk to the
Vader? Is
people.
that what he had?
It
That's pretty
was,
cool.
yeah, it was.
Hardcore. I wouldn't trust
At least
somebody
one
that had
arm.
Darth Vader tattoos like that. They're definitely evil. All right, so Behrman's lap time is under review.
Interesting.
See, their race control boards look like ours.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I need to add some more Legos to the collection. I'm gonna get a Red Bull next. I got
sent you that thing that the display case that I thought was cool a
I know
while
it's just
ago.
expensive. Like I said, I got all these vacations, you know. I also look like a Schlemiel today. Look at me, look at my hair. It's all I just woke up and just said, yeah, I'm watching Formula One. I don't even care how I look.
You realize like you're not live streaming, so I can't see what you look like.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, I do. I look like my hair's all messed up. I don't care. Whatever. So look at like I got my Williams, my McLaren, and this actually interesting enough. There's a new set. This is actually the McLaren from the old set, which is weird. And then I have
again,
a Mercedes and I
can't
got
really
a
see anything.
Ferrari. I know, I'm pointing them out for the fans, not to you.
Oh,
So then I'm
look,
gonna get Red
I'm
Bull
the important
next,
person
I
here.
think. Who would you get next if you had a?
Yeah, I get Red Bull.
You get Red Bull. I could get a Haas. Let me tell you something. So I did some searching online. I would buy anything that was Cadillac F1 right now. I would buy anything that they sold.
They don't
But
have anything?
you can't buy anything. Yeah, there's nothing for sale.
For the record, I was trying to find Lucas Oil Dams Racing stuff to get signed by Jack Crawford, and that doesn't exist apparently.
That doesn't exist either. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
there's not a lot of
you
Lucas
can't
Oil
buy
Doms
that.
fans out there that you're
I
looking
wanna
at
be,
two of
but-
them. You're looking at two of them right now. So can we please start this? My God, I have to leave. I'm gonna have to watch I'm gonna have to have qualifying on. I'm gonna have to listen to it
All right,
while
I'll
driving.
I'll text you and explain everything that happens as it
Yeah.
happens.
What I
Real
should do
time.
is I should live stream you, and then I could have your commentary as I'm driving.
Yeah.
So
What time is the F2 Grand Prix tomorrow? Is
Grand
it tomorrow?
Prix.
It has to be tomorrow.
These red flags are ruining my day. I'm sad I'm not going to be able to finish this. I love watching Q3. So is this the first time this season there's been double Aston Martins through in Q2? I think it is.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Because we know Stroll had set the record for most
Q3 exits.
yeah.
Or Q1
So,
exits. God, I always get
yeah.
confused. I get it backwards.
Is there not a Formula? Is it just the sprint?
It could be.
See 2020 race Imola, like free practice qualifying sprint. Is that it? Free practice. There's nothing else on the. I guess they just did the sprint. That's it.
Weird.
Let's look at Monte Carlo. Free practice. Yeah, no,
So
they do
apparently
a feature race.
they're saying that the timing system has Behrman over the line because of that on the cameras there was a red flag displayed, but that the timing system says he was over the line before the red flag. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, he's still in 19th right now on the board.
Round
the track
4
is clear, by the way.
I know it is.
I think
annoying.
this is what's causing the problem right now.
I think it is. Yeah, I think they're trying to get this right. Hey, Luke Browning actually finished third today. So
Oh, did they?
yeah. So this is it was just a sprint race. That's all that's happening. I don't think there's anything else. Why would they just have a sprint race on the schedule?
I don't know. That's weird. The F2 fastest lap at Imola. What do you think the time for that is?
Well, we're
Fastest
doing
ever.
114s right now. F2, I'm going to go with 125.
A little slower than that.
132.
Well, not that much lower. 127.
I was pretty close. That's impressive.
Yeah.
127.
Well, Jack Crawford's fastest lap was 130. Looks like they're doing 130s in whatchamacallit, the sprint.
This is killing my soul that this is going so long today. This is the only qualifying session that I needed to go smoothly this year so far. I've had plenty of time for all the other ones, and this one has been the longest one of the year so far with all the red flags.
Man, what about Brazil last year? That was
I will be back. Like, we could stop watching this and just continue the recording later if you have the time to do that.
I can't today.
So then you're just ending it as soon as I have to go, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
16:58. That's 5 minutes from now.
yeah, and I have to leave at 10:15 or 11:15. I can't wait any longer than that. They're saying that he made it. This is very interesting, by the way. That's why we're being quiet. They're showing videos of slow motion of Ollie Berman getting over the line. I think he made it. I think he clearly made it.
Are those the
I think he's clearly made it. It's confusing. Like, the start finish line is the
lights, yeah.
black and white line, you know?
Yeah.
It's not, there's a million lines to look at that he's driving across there. Apparently Alex Brundle's colorblind, they just mentioned. And they're like, why are we having Alex Brundle talk to us about light colors? That's hilarious. Alex Brundle colorblind. Never knew that. My son's colorblind. Oh, if everybody knows that out there. One of my sons. I have two sons. God, we're finally starting. Oh my gosh. What's
Gabriel.
going on? Bortoletto left. He said, I'm going out. I'm going to be first out. So Bortoletto just goes to the light like saying, there's no way you're kicking me out of this session. Yep.
Wow, he's going to make it go late.
Yeah, no, Gabriel Bortoleto is the reason I'm not going to be able to finish qualifying today. I'm coming back. Here's what I'm going to do. So you can't record later. I'm gonna record myself.
That's
I'll
fine,
do
yeah.
it my own podcast here because
Yeah, we have.
I hate putting out an incomplete video. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, look, an Argentinian.
She's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel Bortoleto is going to have to back his car up. Ollie Behrman made it. Come on, Bortoleto. I like Ollie Behrman, by
I
the way.
mean, if I was Sauer, I'd do the same thing, though. I'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, he's in.
He's out there. Yeah. That's smart move. I think they should do that. They're going to be like, oh, sorry, we caused the delay. Rough quality session here, guys. Rough quality session.
They should be going right now.
But they're not.
Time.
DRS is enabled.
That's good.
Yeah. Race control just has not made a decision here. And the light has still not gone green. They say it's going green. It went green.
It's
Yep.
green. Go, Bortoleto.
Go, Bortoleto.
Wow, they're not going to let Behrman do it.
They're not letting him go. Behrman's out.
Yeah. That's rude.
I'm upset. I mean, I like Bortoleto. Don't get me wrong.
Sorry, you know what's going to happen?
They're
Bortoleto's going to wreck.
Oh, God. I can't handle any more wrecks this weekend.
How long do you think Lawson have in the car?
Say that one more time.
I don't know how much longer Lawson's going to have in a Racing Bulls if
I
he
know
can't.
he's really
qualify.
fallen quick, hasn't he? Hold on one second. I got to mute.
I was going to say, I feel like this is everybody needs to get on the track as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, as long as nobody wrecks, I'm gonna finish Q2, and then I gotta skedaddle.
That's where I'm saying that, like, I would get my laps in.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, there's been so many freaking wrecks, and you got Bortoleto here still. So he wrecked
Bortoleto
in
and
what,
Stroll.
FP2. Yeah, Bortoleto and Stroll. Ajar could wreck. You know, that's about it. I don't think anybody else.
I mean,
we're not at
if you talk
Monza,
about
so Antonelli's not gonna wreck.
qualifying wrecks, you know, Norris did.
Yeah, that's true. Bortoletto said a 116. That's not going to be fast enough.
Did he give him a toe?
Who was it?
Either Antonelli or
Or Russell? I hope not.
Russell. Rude.
No, but it looks like Russell's going to take his toe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure did. He just took a toe from Verstappen.
Charles Leclerc with a purple section 1.
He is a qualifying master whenever he's on, but we just know that Ferrari's not fast enough right now. It's a perfect. He took that corner perfectly. The last two. Yep, P2, 115.604. Good job, Leclerc. How's Antonelli doing? Hamilton's got a good lap going too.
Russell has a good lap too. Hajar has a good lap going too. Wow. Okay. Leclerc and Hamilton.
Piastri. Oh no, he's starting his flying right now.
Norris is doing all right. Russell's doing.
Norris's
second sector is good.
Yeah, Norris is putting out a lap. Putting out a lap. Antonelli goes up to P6.
Dude, Norris is going to go P1. Yeah, he's got P1 for sure. P1 for sure.
Help! Ray, help! She's trying to hurt me.
Well, I can't help you.
I know.
Too far away.
Right into that.
What?
Almost walked right into that.
Into what? Yeah, it's dangerous. You got to watch where you're going down here.
Piastri's going to go P1 now.
Wife is abusing me.
It's not all right.
She's mad that I'm down here doing this right now instead of doing things that we need to be. Yeah, do things we need to do. Yeah, Piastri goes P1. 115.241. Nice lap.
Yep. Let's do it, Sainz.
Get it going, Sainz. We got to keep Albon and Sainz need to put some laps on. They're not bad. They don't have bad laps going.
No, they're all right. Sainz got a purple micro in there. What's Albon doing?
I don't know what Albon's doing. Hopefully not on a flyer because it's not looking good.
Oh, that wasn't very good.
Sainz goes up to P9. That's okay. I mean, he can probably. We'll see. They still got one more to go. What happened with Albon here?
I was gonna say Albon must have bailed.
Yeah, he did. He totally. Yeah. Going through the chicane, coming out of the chicane, it looks like he just
drifting.
Carried too much speed through the chicane and couldn't keep the car on the track. But at least he recovered and didn't wreck in red flag.
He's in pit though, so
yeah, they're gonna put their last set of softs on and roll through this, or maybe they'll put new ones on. I don't know. I feel like they just burn through the softs in qualifying. When was the last time we saw somebody with a soft in a race? They haven't. They're just not.
They did that 2 races ago, right?
Like just to get the fastest lap, maybe.
No. Remember, like, there was somebody who was running softs, like George Russell was or something. It
was because of the sprint. That's what happened. Like, remember it was rain they went from inners to they were trying to switch over to the slicks, and there was only like a couple laps left.
Like that, yeah.
People started. Yeah, I remember now.
Albon, we need a time.
We do need a time. Everybody's in the pit. Who's going to be the first one out? Let's see.
I think it's going to be Sainz. He's not even in the garage. Yeah, he's going. Sainz is going.
Sainz going out first.
Oh, never mind.
Or
Sainz
is
is going to the garage.
he was
He was
going
just
into the
he was
pits,
just
yeah.
parked. Yeah,
Well, they sometimes randomly weigh cars going into the pit lane, so he
maybe
might have
that's
been
what it
weighing
was.
him, yeah.
I thought he was sitting in front of their garage.
Did you see? Somebody has a full size Leclerc and Hamilton cutout in the audience or in the
Not
stands.
surprising.
Yeah. And it just like randomly it was like creepily started floating up in the air at the last shot.
I missed that.
Uh-oh. Gasly's upset about getting impeded. Yeah.
Was he impeded?
I don't know if he really was, but he was upset. Here we go. Gasly's going.
It's 11:08.
I'm leaving at 11:15. I'm watching. Thank you. You sense my irritation.
Hey, it's 11:08.
I said I love your motivation.
You sense my irritation.
No, I said I love your motivation. That's not what I said.
We were talking about trials and tribulations.
Yep.
Saw that look on your face.
She caught me. She caught me.
Oh, Isaac got out right in front of everybody. Everybody's going.
Everybody's going. Sure. Man. Everybody.
Aston Martin's on mediums.
Are they really? They must know something about like their car. All right, I can watch this and then I have to roll. So unfortunately, we're gonna lose Slide here. You still? What was our prediction? You had
Piastri, Norris, Kimi Antonelli.
Antonelli.
Well, that's my finish. I don't know if that's what I think is going to happen.
But
here.
we said Piastri. I said Antonelli's going to get pole, so we'll see. But we'll lose Slide, and then do you have any time at the rest of today, or are you like all booked up rest of the day?
At 2 p.m. Central is when this party starts.
Okay.
So
2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. here. And then when is it going to be over? Like I'm just asking because I don't mind waiting to finish this with you. But I'm not saying you don't have to.
Yeah.
You can watch it. You can watch it and figure out what happens. I was just wondering if you would join me for the last.
Yeah, no. Just text me when you're going to do it. I'll see what's happening because I have no idea.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Sense. Oh, who do we think's going out? I'm going with Colapinto.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe bet.
I think I'm going to go. I don't want to say Albon, but I think maybe Albon is. No, I don't know. We'll see.
I think Bortoletto's the safest bet of people on the track.
Sure.
But I don't know, man. Like Ferrari seems okay at this point, but maybe not. I thought a Ferrari was going to go out in this one.
And look at the Astons,
and I thought Aston
too.
Martin's, but they're doing all right. So those would be my guesses. And I think Gasly's not doing real great. I think he has
Hadjar's already started his flyer, and it doesn't look great.
So is Bortoletto.
Bortoletto's.
Antonelli.
Antonelli's looks very nice.
Pretty
He's
good.
Yeah. I'd like to see that nice mix of greens and purples. You want to see all purples, but you never see that at this point. So
The Hadjar, though, middle section is way
yeah,
better.
he definitely has an improvement. How far off is he? He's not far off of his best, but he's 0.2 off of the best. So
He's got a weird mix going on.
he sure does. Come on, Antonelli. Let's get Antonelli up. So Bortoletto improves to 12th. So we have Albin in the drop zone right now, who hasn't even started a flyer. We've got Gasly in the drop zone, who hasn't even started a flyer. Schroll in the drop zone also.
Hadjar goes to 4th.
Hadjar goes to 4th. Antonelli coming through the final turn here with a nice looking
Not
lap.
good. I mean, I don't think it's as good as.
I think he can get.
It's a little bit better.
P8. Yeah, that wasn't as good.
But they were predicting 15.6 is the cut, and he's 15.77.
Uh-oh. Hamilton comes through with a 116. Was that right? Oh no, who?
Yep.
Sainz looking good. Sainz looking good. I dig that.
Verstappen's all over the place too here. I don't think Verstappen's going to move up. Russell does.
Luckily, Piastri and Norris already have very good laps on the board. So
let's do this, Sainz.
come on, Sainz. Yeah, let's just nail this final. Don't dip it. Very good, very good, very good.
Ooh.
Come on, Sainz. He's got it. Let's see.
One. He goes 1.
Yes! Sainz goes P1. That's
No,
what
that's
I'm
not gonna
talking
stick.
about. It's
That's
not
not
going to
gonna
stick,
stick.
but yeah.
Albin's going right now too. Albin in 7.
Let's go. Albin goes to 7th, Sainz to P1. That's good news. Let's knock out those Ferraris. Let's do it.
Gasly is okay right now. Gasly's going to eliminate Antonelli. Antonelli's screwed.
No, I don't want Antonelli.
Yeah, Antonelli's out.
Yeah, Antonelli's
He's out. He's
definitely
done.
out. So much
Gasly's going to go ahead of him. Yep.
Gasly's out. Poor Antonelli.
And Alonso and Stroll are still going right now. Aston Martin's might knock him out.
Aston Martin's going to knock out the Ferraris? Is that going to happen?
Oh, they did.
Oh my gosh.
Both of them. It's both of them.
Aston Martin knocks out Ferraris.
Oh, they did.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
goodness. Both of the Ferraris, Antonelli, Bortoletto, and of course Colapinto, because he wrecked before the session even started. So
Italy has been eliminated.
We're going on a pause here. So when we come back, I may have different clothes on. Who knows? But we're going on a pause and we'll finish this. All right.
Oh.
All the cars are coming out. You've already seen it though. So we're back.
Yeah.
Super Slide Watch Formula One. We're back because I couldn't finish qualifying because I only had an hour to watch it this morning and they got in 8 million wrecks. So we're going into Q3 right now. But for you guys, 2. 2. So Doohan's out.
Colapinto and Doohan are
Not
out.
Doohan, Colapinto and
Colapinto and Tsunoda.
God, we're all messed up now. But amazingly, both Aston Martins have made it to Q3 and knocked out both Ferraris. So crazy. And double Williams in there as well. Yep. So we have double Williams. We've got double Aston Martin. We've got double McLarens. And then that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody else are
Russell,
onesies. Yeah, Russell,
Verstappen, and Gasly.
Yeah.
And Hadjar. Don't forget Hadjar.
Yeah, Hadjar too.
PB's commentating with me, by the way.
That's good. People love dogs.
Probably going to end up snorting into the microphone.
I love it. I'm okay with it. I'm very interested to see how these Astons do. And
I'm just going to point out, the Aston Martins are on mediums.
No, they were. They're on softs now.
Oh, is it not? Is mine not? Yeah. It's not going.
They're on softs now because I'm looking at Alonso from the cockpit.
Yeah, no, you're right. I see that he is on. Yeah, it was not. Yeah, my stuff wasn't synced up.
I'm not sure why they were running mediums, but they ran mediums through Q1 and 2, right?
Something about their car. It's interesting that they ran mediums and the previous thing. I thought they were
And
still running
now
them.
they're
So,
running softs. And
Yeah.
see what happens here.
All right, we're about to get our first lap.
And
I believe it is Stroll.
The Aston did bring upgrades this season,
Yes.
right? There,
This is the
this
first upgrade package they've had all season.
Yep, interesting stuff. So let's see what happens.
Stroll's the first one on his lap, by the way. He's already going.
So at least I know that this session goes quickly because you wouldn't have volunteered to come and
Yeah,
watch
that's
with me.
fair.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't come and volunteer to watch with me if it didn't go smoothly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for the benefit of the viewers. I did watch it already, as he's
Yes.
alluding to. So I
Yep.
know what's happening, and I'm not going to say anything.
Something the bird took a dump on Norris's camera there.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
And, like, it slowly
Piastri has
slides away.
set the fastest sector 1, which isn't hard to do because not many people have raced yet, or not many people have set laps.
Yep. I'm behind you because I'm just now getting the poop.
Yeah.
So
Norris and Piastri going just tit for tat here. Verstappen's now on a flyer. We got 8 minutes left here, so we should have everybody else should get another flyer here. But let's see where they pan out at the beginning. Hajar goes to first with 1:15.746. Norris comes over 1:14.962. That's a fast lap. Let's see. Piastri's coming around the last turn here, and how does he do? He goes 1:14.821, so a 10th ahead of Piastri. And here comes Verstappen. Doesn't mess around.
I was gonna say,
He almost looked like he was off track. Verstappen almost looked like he was off track.
Sorry, you're saying Piastri was ahead of Norris?
Yeah.
Really?
I might have been mixed
You said
up.
it backward, yeah.
Yeah. I have to turn down the commentators, otherwise I can't organize my thoughts.
There's Verstappen.
Yep, Verstappen goes P1 1:14.772, so he's a 10th, not even a 10th ahead of Piastri. So the question is, if the track rubbers in anymore, who's gonna put that final flyer out there?
What are you watching right now?
Watching one of the Albon or Sainz, I don't know who, driving around. My timer says 6:36, 6:35, 6:34, 6:33.
Tell me when you see Verstappen at 6 minutes. He's just tooling around. They show
puts in a 1:15.8. Well, how did the Astons do? Did the Astons put in laps? Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so there's 6, and everybody put in a lap.
Are you at 6 minutes yet?
Nope. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6 minutes. Verstappen going up into the pits, actually.
Yep.
Rolling off into the pits.
Yep.
So
it's so narrow. This whole course is so narrow. It's like it's got to be hard to pass on here.
yeah. Putting on a new set of softs, I think, for all these guys. Where did Russell? Russell's 4th. I can hear. I can hear your dog snorting.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. You all right, Bubba? He's like directionally facing the microphone.
Does he have? Is he having like shell shock or?
No, he's fine now. He probably doesn't even remember it at this point.
All right. Here it comes.
4 minutes, 4:30.
This is the fun
They're
part.
about to all appear.
This is the best part of qualifying. Is the final 10 drivers, Q3, 1 lap. Let's see what they can do. The
For the
bar
record,
is
Hajar being
114.772.
Hajar being 5th is awesome.
Yeah.
Even if I know that they're all going to set another lap, but
Yeah.
can show that
Well,
he's got what it takes.
I mean, Alonso and Stroll being 6th and 7th is huge
No,
for
comparatively to previous races.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, the big deal. It's also equally as shocking that the Ferraris are 11th and 12th, you know?
Yeah.
Whoa, Albel scared me. You stuck up on me, sweetie.
Here we go.
Here we go. Oop. Alpin snuck out right in front of Hajar.
All right, George Russell's on a medium.
Russell's on a medium. And Aston's are on the mediums as well.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, what is going on with this? Why are they doing that? You know, I forgot that, I don't know if they mentioned this, but I believe they introduced this weekend the soft tire is the softest it's ever been. Is that right?
Yep.
I think that,
I think so.
Yes, sweetheart. No, I don't know, sweetie. Then they're not putting the mediums up. The F1 broadcast does not have the mediums up, but the Astons and Russell definitely went out with mediums.
Yep.
What's Verstappen doing? Waiting until the very end here, or does he just like his lap?
No, I think he's waiting till the end.
Here we go. What's Sainz saying?
Aye, aye.
He's stuck behind people.
Yeah, he's like, everybody go. There we go. Mr. Piastri.
Piastri's off first. Piastri is kind of not great off to the start. I mean, he's got some, never mind. He's turning it all purple. Started off yellow, but he's turning it a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah, the McLarens build on laps, though, so.
Yeah.
Oh, they literally just said that.
I know the commentators. Stay on. Oh my gosh. I thought he was going to go off as fast as he was going, but he kept it on. Come on, Piastri. I'm surprised he went first, you know, out of all the flyers.
There's a purple sector.
He's doing very well. Come on.
Holy, a lot of people.
Stay out of his way. They got 20 seconds to get, they better move.
Piastri's in pole.
Yeah, his sector 3 wasn't good. Now he has to stay out of the way of everybody trying to get across the line. Norris is on his flyer. Did everybody get across the line?
Yeah, they'd all do. I'll just tell you.
Sainz probably won't.
No, they
Or
all
did
do.
he? They all do. Okay, okay. Come on, Norris.
Albin to 5th.
Good job, Albin. Okay. Yeah, Norris is not doing well.
Verstappen, purple first sector.
Verstappen's purple. Gasly's got a good. I mean, the only one that's really fallen off is Hedjar is not doing well.
There's Norris, third position.
Norris is in third. Piastri's in first. Verstappen, where are you going?
No. Nope. It's close, but not quite.
No, barely.
Medium
Alonso
tires.
goes up to fifth. George
Sainz
Russell
is still on a lap. Sainz is still on his lap. Sixth.
Sainz goes to sixth. Way to go, guys. Sixth and seventh
Russell,
for Albon. George Russell
passes.
goes to third. He takes out Norris. Who's on a lap still? Anybody, or is that it?
I think Stroll might be. No,
Well,
he's not.
He's not
gotta
doing
be
well
done.
if he is.
Wait, is Hedjar?
What a wild qualifying session. So Piastri goes P1, Verstappen P2, Russell P3 on mediums, Norris P4, and then Alonso goes P5, which is great. The Williams stick together at 6th and 7th, which is also just epic. So, like, we are one wreck away from Williams' podium, like getting a podium.
Yeah, I think. Well, so I think they have Alonso, no problem. But realize Alonso was on a scrubbed set of mediums too.
Was he really?
Yeah, those were not new mediums; they were scrubbed. So I don't know. Maybe there's some pace in that car, but I still think Williams will end up passing both. So they're at that point they're in 5th, 6th, and then you're right.
Are they going to be able to hold on to that? Like, I mean, that's insane, right?
I don't know.
You're one wreck, one DNF, and if you can hold on to 5th, 6th, 4th, 5th, like.
Yeah,
we are realistically talking about Williams making a podium in 2025. We really are.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Well, and not just that. It's if they can keep doing that, they may pass Ferrari for 4th.
Yep. Yeah.
Because obviously Ferrari's falling off, so it's like, what the hell?
Man. That's just...
No, granted, there's a lot of points between those two things happening.
Yeah. But still, it's interesting to see. No, I think the dynamic between Piastri and Verstappen is interesting because if you watch, like, they're cordial with each other, but you can tell they're not chums, you know, like they're not buddies. Yeah. Norris, Verstappen, they're like, oh, great job. And you can tell, like, same thing with Verstappen and Russell. So I just am curious to watch their interactions here because, you know, when Verstappen and Norris are up there, they are all buddy and everything, and they're talking to each other. But Verstappen and Piastri, just good job, man. Move on, you know, like that's all.
Well, turn 1 tomorrow is going to be interesting.
Ha! You ain't kidding, and it is a doozy.
It's gonna be interesting.
So,
yeah, it is. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
I almost guarantee it's going to go to the stewards, whatever happens.
Yeah, I think so. But I honestly, here's what I think is going to happen. I think Piastri is going to beat Verstappen, and I think Verstappen and Norris are going to get tangled up, which, again, there's a high potential for a Williams podium because of all this. Oh, yeah, Hadjar messed up his lap. He's very mad.
Yep.
But still, I mean, the 9th is not bad for
that
Red
was
Bull.
during a lap.
It was. So that probably messed up Norris big time. It sure did.
Whoa.
He's launching over that.
Man, their curbs are so big here, too.
Got to be uncomfortable in that car.
All right, I got to go to this party.
Have fun,
I'm sure
man. Subin Sly Watch Formula 1. We'll see you guys again at the Spanish Grand Prix. We're not live streaming until then. So, later.
Bye.